Hey you guys, I'm having a big dilemma because this is what my foundation container kind of looks like. It's like a makeshift box. I know, okay, it's me. I don't really care how it looks. And the lighting is thrown off because I know my studio light's that way, but I felt like kind of feeling more personal today, so. But I'm having a big dilemma because I've been really sick of playing with foundations and using foundations that are like not matching my skin. And I know in the summer I do tend to get a lot more tan than the winter, but I've been realizing that I'm not happy with the ones I have. Like during the winter I want to wear some of the foundations that I have in the summer, and the summer I want to wear ones that I have in the winter. And I get you can mix foundations, but a lot of times I just want to wear one foundation that I don't have to mix shades with. And I've noticed that not a lot of these are really satisfying me, and I'm just keeping them because they're darker so I can mix them in. And I'm like, I just need to purchase some foundation mixing drops. So today we're going to go through these foundations. I've been sitting here kind of swatching my face with different ones. I have a lot of like texture on my nose here because I have in my chin, I have a lot of like acne on there. So I've been struggling with finding foundations that don't emphasize it, and so I've realized lately like that's just what I really care about, is products that aren't doing that, and then also the shades. So there might be some of these packs in here that I actually kind of like the foundation, but like the shades and everything I just need to let go, and I need to go back and I need to purchase a shade that I really like. So my goal, I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. I have 16 foundations. I want to cut that in half. I want to have like 7. And it doesn't even look like I have that many just because I just fit them all in this container, and I'm actually usually pretty good with that stuff, but I need to get rid of stuff. So we're going to go through the ones, and honestly, there's one foundation here that is my all-time favorite that I absolutely love, and the rest are like, I like, but I haven't found like my holy grail. That Rimmel Lasting Finish I really used to like, but I ran out and it discontinued. The Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation. This is my favorite because I've noticed this one does not emphasize anything at all. I've been wearing it lately because I'm actually starting to lose my tan from the summer. I have the shade LW2. This is the one foundation I want to purchase multiple shades in, so I have it for the summer and the winter. And I just think it looks healthy and glowy and just perfect on your skin. So I'm going to definitely keep that one. That's like the one that I really want to keep. And this packaging is beautiful. This one can go, the Covergirl Ready Set Gorgeous Foundation. I have the shade 110. This is way too pink for me. I put it on yesterday. I was playing with products and I took my makeup off because I was not a fan. So I'm getting rid of this one. I also want to get rid of the Revlon Colorstay. I've had this sitting in my collection for so long. The shade is way too light. I have the shade 150 Buff, way too light for me. And I mean, the tone is good, but like I'm never this pale. Like it is so light. That will never match me. And that foundation I used to really like, and now I feel like I just never use that foundation anymore. I couldn't tell you the last time I used that. Okay, this is my dilemma. This is the Lottie London Selfie Ready Medium Coverage Foundation. This is in the shade Pale Toffee, and this is really dark. And I was sitting here just now mixing it with some lighter foundations that I have. Now this one like covers a lot. Like I have a mole right here and you can hardly see it. But this, if you can see the perfect lighting here, it's really dark. And like I like have to be my tannest in the summer to match. I like the foundation, but I've just noticed that if I like it enough, I'll repurchase it in my right shade because I'm not going to sit here and mix it on an everyday basis. I grab one foundation, and it's usually this one, and this is the one I apply because I'm not going to sit here and mix foundations on an everyday basis. So I'm getting rid of 3, keeping 1 so far. I want to keep this Neutrogena Hydro Boost. This is in the shade 40 Nude. It is a little bit light for me right now, but in the winter it'll be a good match, and it's very hydrating. It's a nice tint. I forgot to let you know that I do have normally dry skin, so I do like glowy, illuminating, hydrating, just healthy looking foundations. I'm not necessarily needing a full-on, full coverage foundation, usually like medium-ish because I do have stuff here, and I'm not wearing any makeup today, but so I'm keeping those 2. They look kind of similar with the packaging. The other one that I want to keep is this Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir. This one is a little dark, so honestly, if I do need to mix, I'll mix this one with the Physicians Formula. I have noticed that this foundation really, I don't know what it is, but like I really grew to like it. At first I really didn't like it, and then I started using the right primers with it. I stopped using like really dewy primers, and I started using just like original primers like the NYX Hydro Touch, which is just a hydrating instead of like an actual dewy one, like the Wet n Wild Dewy primer. So I am running low on this. I did purchase this at the beginning of this year, and I am definitely going to repurchase. I'm also looking for a good pore filler because I like the NYX pore filler, but I want one that's a little bit more, this is like, has a lot of air in it. Not silicone-like, but almost. I'm gonna get one that's like pore blurring, but also like a cream. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna keep this one. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy. This one is a little bit tan for me, and honestly, the only time I can wear it is the summertime, and then it's just like too dewy. I really did like this one. It does give you an illuminating look, but at the same time, I'm kind of just over it. It's a little bit too dark for me right now, and in the summer when I want to wear it, I would rather have a more mattifying one, and so I'm sick and tired of mixing foundations. If I really miss it this much, I will go out and repurchase it in a lighter shade, but right now, I do not miss it that much, so it is gonna go. I cannot believe I'm doing this, but this is making me feel so good because this has been bothering me so much lately. Okay. One that I actually do like that is a little bit more full coverage is the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Foundation. This is a little bit thicker. So if I'm going to keep one foundation that's a little bit thicker, it will cover a little bit more, but it's not super, I don't know, light. This is like lightweight, but it's not like, this is a thicker foundation. I'll keep this one because this shade actually will work for me most of the year. If I'm being honest, like when I go to school, I'm not going to be wearing like a foundation like this anyway. I'll wear like the Physicians Formula or the Neutrogena one. But I am going to keep this one because I actually do really like this one, and the shade is not too bad. Now with that being said, I have two more foundations that are a little bit thicker. I have the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation, and then I have the Milani Conceal and Perfect. This one, oh my gosh, you guys, it's gonna break my heart to get rid of it, but I really like this foundation if I want a super heavy coverage look, like everything blurred. And if I'm being completely honest, I don't wear that look all the time. The only time I would ever wear that is if I'm actually filming and doing a full glam, and I don't even feel comfortable really going out in public with a super full face like this. And on top of it, the foundation shade is just super like yellow. I don't know if you can see that. See how yellow that is? And it's just a little bit too much for my skin. I feel like honestly it oxidizes a little bit too. So this is in the shade 02 Natural. So if I really miss it, I will go out and purchase 01, which I think might be like vanilla or something. But I'm just gonna have to get rid of this shade too. And then with that being said, this Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Foundation. This one is kind of light for me actually, if I'm being honest. Like super light. Really pink. It's really pink too. See, and with my undertone, I have a really like more of a neutral undertone. My skin is not super yellow and it's not really pink either. I really honestly couldn't even really tell you my feelings on this foundation because I just haven't used it. This Super Better Skin, which I don't even know if you can purchase this one anymore, if I'm being honest. I think they might have replaced it with this one, the Superstay. But that one, the other Better Skin, is a lot more whipped. No, I'm just gonna get rid of this. I really don't know my feelings on it, but if I really wanna know my feelings on a foundation, then I need to wear it on its own. And if the shade doesn't work, well then screw it. I kept 4 and I'm getting rid of 6 so far. Woo! Okay, we have 2, 4, 5 foundations left. So I'm gonna keep this LA Colors Truly Matte Foundation. This is actually a really good shade match. It is kind of light right now, but once it kind of, or like it looks light in the packaging, but once I put it on my face and it kind of sets, it creates that perfect undertone. What's the shade? Natural. It's like a neutrally undertone. It's kind of almost have a grayness to it, but it's like perfect. This is a mattifying foundation. Some days I'm feeling more matte than not, so I'm going to keep this one so I have one of them. And I actually really like this foundation. So this Wet n Wild Mega Cushion Foundation. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with it. One day I feel like I love it, and the next day I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel like it like emphasizes too much on my skin. I'm going to keep it because I actually do tend to reach for it. I'm going to play with it. This is in the shade Nude Beige, so this will be too dark for me once it kind of, I lose my tan here. But for now, I think I'm going to keep it. I did mix this in with my Physicians Formula a little bit. I don't like the packaging. I think it's the weirdest thing ever. But I am going to keep this and just kind of play around with it a little bit more. Now we're down to the hard part. So this is the L'Oreal Infallible Stick Foundation. First of all, this shade is insanely light. Ivory. I got it in the summertime and I don't know what I was thinking. I honestly don't even think I'm ever going to be like that pale, and it's super pink too. I think that stick foundations sit on your skin too much, for me anyway. I feel like I haven't really played with this much just because it's a stick foundation and it's too light for me. I'm shocking myself. I'm gonna keep this for now because just putting it on my skin, I think it actually does look really nice. And I really thought that I wasn't gonna like this because stick foundations do tend to look like they're sitting on your skin. I'm actually kind of liking how it looks. This will go on maybe. We're gonna put this in maybe. I'm gonna try it. If I end up not liking it, I will chuck it and get rid of it, and I'll let you guys know eventually. But Wild Photofocus. You guys, I've talked about getting rid of this frickin' foundation for so long just because it is so light for me. I'm gonna get rid of it because it's too light, and I'll repurchase it in a darker shade. You guys, I just solved all my problems. So this shade is way too light. So I am gonna get rid of this because there's no frickin' way that I'm ever possibly this light. My friend Emma does have this foundation in a darker shade, and when I put this on the other day, it looked flawless on my skin. Now the only thing is, around my nose is where I have a lot of texture. I just need one foundation that's gonna work everywhere on my skin. Now this one, if I wear this one, I almost feel the need to wear this everywhere except for my nose because it always emphasizes the pores on my nose, and then I have to put a concealer on my nose to kind of cover that, and it just looks a little bit crepey here. This does make the rest of my skin look very flawless, especially if I use my Coty Airspun powder. But this shade is way too light. So if I'm really feeling like I miss it, I will go out and purchase another shade. I might just give this to Emma because the shade she has is too dark, so she can mix them. I'm gonna get rid of that. Now I have these two. This LA Girl Pro Coverage Foundation I think looks really nice on your skin. I think it's really thin formula. I've talked highly about this actually. It's not thick, but it's like really highly pigmented, so it covers a lot, and I do like it. The only thing is the shade. Every single time I wear it, no matter if I mix it with a lighter shade foundation for like that Wet n Wild one that's way too light, my skin always seems to look orange to me. Every single time. This is in the shade Fair, and it is so dark still. And I know that maybe on their website they might have lighter shades, but Ulta, this is the lightest shade you can get. And I do like this foundation. But I have to say, because of the shade and how dark it is, and I do like it, but it tends to turn orange on me, I have to get rid of it. Look at me go. Honestly, I could never in a million years imagine me getting rid of this many foundations. So the last one I have is the Sonia Kashuk one. Now I know you cannot get this anymore, and that's kind of why I'm kind of iffy on it, but this isn't my makeup use up, and I think I do like this foundation. I haven't used it in a while just because of how light it is. So I am going to keep this Sonia Kashuk one and try to use it up for my makeup use up. I do know it is light for me, but I am going to use it because I really like it. This is incredible. I just got rid of half of my foundations, and I didn't even have that many. This is what I'm getting rid of. I don't know. None of them are like, no, keep, except for like maybe this one, but I don't ever wear it and it's too heavy on my skin. And this one, the only reason with this one is just because I haven't really feel like I've played with it enough, but I honestly, if I remember correctly, I feel like it just looks like it kind of is sitting on your skin a little bit, so I'm just gonna get rid of all these. I don't wear full coverage enough that much anyway. Keeping these. So technically there's only 5 foundations here that I actually like enjoy. The rest of those are going bye-bye. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I really enjoyed the colors, and I am so freaking proud of myself for getting rid of that and kind of talking through, because I really didn't think that I was going to get rid of that many, and I honestly feel so much better. I kind of want to repurchase that e.l.f. foundation. There's some like dewier ones that I want to purchase because I've honestly been realizing lately, like I just have a lot of texture on my skin for my acne, and it's a big part of who I am. So I've just noticed that I'm not going to be playing around with foundations that don't look good on them. So, and honestly, I haven't used this one in a while, so if I end up putting it on my face and be like, ew, gross, I'll get rid of it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm going to try and do a few more declutters around here. And yeah, I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching till the end. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know. Just say hi down in the comments. I'd love to chat with you guys. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.